Love him or hate him, Donald Trump is one of the most talked about figures of the 21st century. He's been a real estate mogul, a TV personality, a U.S. president, and a name that sparks arguments everywhere it's mentioned. But Trump's story isn't just about politics. It's about wealth, power, fame, controversy, and a man who has always found a way to stay in the spotlight. So how did Donald John Trump, born in Queens, New York, go from inheriting his father's real estate empire to becoming the 45th president of the United States? Let's find out. Donald John Trump was born on June 14, 1946, in Queens, New York. He was the fourth of 5 children in the Trump family. His father, Fred Trump, was a successful real estate developer, building affordable housing in Brooklyn and Queens. From an early age, Donald showed ambition, energy, and a tendency to push boundaries. In fact, at just 13, he was sent to the New York Military Academy to learn discipline. But that environment shaped him. Trump excelled in sports, academics, and leadership. By the time he graduated, he had the confidence and the drive that would define the rest of his life.
After high school, Trump studied economics at Wharton School, University of Pennsylvania, graduating in 1968. Instead of going his own way, he joined his father's real estate company, Elizabeth Trump and Son. But Donald didn't just want to build in Brooklyn and Queens. He wanted Manhattan, the big leagues. By the 1970s, Trump was buying properties in Manhattan and rebranding them with his signature: luxury, boldness, and of course, the Trump name. His first major deal was the Grand Hyatt Hotel in 1980, which turned him into one of New York's most talked-about developers. Trump's style was simple: go big, brand everything, and never stop promoting. And it worked. In 1983, Trump opened Trump Tower on Fifth Avenue. It wasn't just a building, it was a symbol. With its golden elevators, marble interiors, and over-the-top luxury, Trump Tower became a landmark. Celebrities, business leaders, and tourists all flocked there. For Donald Trump, this wasn't just about real estate. It was about building a brand. Soon his name was everywhere: casinos in Atlantic City, hotels around the world, golf courses, and even an airline. The Trump name became synonymous with wealth, power, and extravagance.
But Trump's empire wasn't invincible. By the early 1990s, his casinos and hotels were drowning in debt. At one point, Trump was reportedly billions of dollars in the red. For most people, that would mean the end. But not for Donald Trump. He restructured his businesses, sold off assets, and used his talent for publicity to keep the Trump brand alive. And by the mid-90s, he was back. Still flashy, still loud, still in the game. This resilience, this ability to fail big but bounce back even bigger, became one of Trump's defining traits. In 2004, Trump made a move that would redefine him forever. He became the star of NBC's hit reality show, The Apprentice. Every week, millions tuned in to watch aspiring entrepreneurs compete for a job with Trump. And every week, America heard those iconic words: "You're fired." The Apprentice wasn't just entertainment. It turned Trump into a household name for a whole new generation. Suddenly, he wasn't just a businessman. He was a celebrity. And that celebrity status set the stage for something even bigger. For decades, Trump had flirted with politics, giving interviews, suggesting he might run, and positioning himself as an outsider. But in 2015, he made it official. Standing in Trump Tower, he announced his campaign for President of the United States. Few people took him seriously at first. Pundits laughed, experts called it a publicity stunt. But Trump connected with millions of Americans who felt ignored by traditional politicians. His slogan, "Make America Great Again," became a rallying cry. By 2016, against all odds, Donald Trump won the presidency. It was one of the most shocking political upsets in American history.
Trump's presidency was unlike any before it. From day one, he used Twitter to speak directly to the people, bypassing traditional media. Supporters praised him for being bold, unapologetic, and putting America first. Critics accused him of being reckless, divisive, and breaking political norms. During his time in office, he tackled immigration, renegotiated trade deals, cut regulations, and appointed 3 Supreme Court justices. But he was also impeached twice, faced massive protests, and left office after the controversial 2020 election, which he claimed was stolen. No matter where you stood, one thing was undeniable. Trump changed politics forever. After leaving office, Trump remained front and center. He continued holding rallies, teasing another presidential run, and keeping his supporters energized. In 2024, he announced he would run for president again. And whether he wins or loses, his impact on American politics is already permanent. Because Donald Trump isn't just a businessman, or a TV star, or even a president. He's a movement. Behind the skyscrapers, the fame, and the politics, there's still Donald, a man who built an empire, faced failure, reinvented himself, and shaped history. Some see him as a hero. Others see him as a villain. But everyone agrees, you can't ignore him. And that's the story of Donald Trump. From Queen's kid to real estate mogul to reality TV icon to President of the United States. It's a journey filled with ambition, controversy, and resilience. A journey that shows how one man's name became one of the most powerful brands in the world. But here's the real question. What do you think Trump's true legacy will be? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell because we've got more incredible Rise to Fame stories coming your way.